What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Oh, echo. Check 1 2. Hello. Still an echo. What's going on there? And it's gone. Okay, I think we're good now. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. It's the final for the CONCACAF Women's Futsal Championship. We're watching along here on the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend.
What's up, Jake?
Luke, what's going on?
What's going on?
Luke's joining us today. They have just wrapped up the national anthem. So we will be in action here soon. Guys, don't forget, if you want to watch the stream itself, use the link that is in the comments, the pinned comments. Also, remember that you can use a VPN to catch a game if you're outside of a country that has TV rights that are blocking that. So those are your two ways around. We will not be streaming the game here because I do not want to get a copyright strike. So that's our deal. Welcome to it. Right. I am not going to bother. With commentary, I don't think, because it's not been good anyway.
They're kind of silent, aren't they?
It's been rough.
Right.
Hey, all women referee team for the final. That's awesome.
Let's go.
And
awesome.
the short girl there in the middle to the left, with the brunette, she is from the US of A. So we just see some Americans getting some action one way or another in this final.
Is that the one that was reffing in the Southwest?
She did a couple games there. Yeah, I don't know if she did any this year. I don't think she did.
Right. My horse is Canada. My money is on Canada.
Me too.
Let's go Canada.
Yeah, and not just because we have not just because we've had some Canadians in the chat lately. Welcome, guys. Hope you're here. Hope you're having fun. Yeah, it's been, for me, it's Group B all the way. I think that was the better group in general, and I'm sticking to that with this this pick for Canada. So let's see if we're correct. Right.
And
hope we can see the whole game and not just highlights. Elsie, we will only be able to do the watch along here, but I agree. Hopefully they at least I don't know if you guys are getting the full game after the fact. Like, do you guys have access to the VODs like after the stream? I don't know how that works when you're geo-blocked. You know, Luke, do you know how that works?
Sometimes I think it's a 24 to 48 hour window.
Is it? Okay.
Geo blocks are terrible, man. I get so fed up with them.
I know, it's dumb. I mean, so in Canada's case, I think it's somebody said yesterday, Soccer One, I think, is who owns it. So it's like the streaming platform for Canadian soccer up there.
They bought the rights.
Yeah, they bought the rights to something that's keeping us from being able to watch it. So it's annoying. Not let me in again this morning, and you are what we got for now. Hell, well, sorry about your luck, but I'm glad you're here. That's all I can say.
You're hired, Jake.
I'm hired. All right. So we might do normally these watch-alongs, we just kind of react as the game goes on, but we'll try and chat with you guys along the way about more of the action so that you can just get a feel for what's going on right now. A little bit commentary-ish. Canada's on the ball to start. Kickoff has happened. We're 13 seconds in. Elsie, if I remember right from yesterday, Erica Hinmarsh is your niece, correct? So we'll keep an eye out for her. Try and call her out when we see her in action, too.
I think this is my first time watching Panama.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
They've been all right. I mean, it's not that they're a bad team. They deserve to be here, but I just didn't expect them to beat Costa Rica. But
right.
First shot for Canada. It's a defender and bounces out. Yes. Okay, awesome. So we'll keep an eye out for her. Kick in shot tipped over the top by the Panamanian keeper. So now we got a corner kick for Canada.
How do you say her last name?
Who's that?
The Panama keeper.
Oh, I don't know.
DeCrow?
Yeah, I'd say DeCrow, probably. Nothing from the corner here. Goalie throw. Let's see what happens here. Panama trying to build something out of the back. Good passes so far. Shot, but nowhere near. Canada back on the ball. Do I sound okay volume wise and everything, guys? My 1-year-old was playing with my setup today, and
Pushing the buttons.
yeah, I was like, why isn't my volume working? Oh, she turned it all the way down. Sweet. At least it wasn't all the way up. Because that's happened before.
It's an interesting sponsor for Panama, Reebok. You don't see that very much.
Oh, a sponsor. Where at? I didn't see.
The jersey. I think it's Reebok.
Oh, for their kit provider.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nice.
I don't see that very much.
USA would have gotten smacked by Mexico. I don't know.
Wangalindo, what's up, man?
They did play pretty good, but they couldn't hold it together. Mexico, they crumpled under the pressure when Canada woke up and decided they were ready to play. Quick subs here from Canada. Looks like they're going to hold the ball and let a new rotation come out. And we said it yesterday, and I will say it again. We might beat this to death, especially depending on how this game goes. But Canada's fixo has to move up the court. Like I don't know. That's actually the other thing that's really impressive about how Canada won last night is they basically did it 3-on-4 the whole game offensively because their fixo sits way too far back. Right now it's number 5, Maud Legace. Looks like she's from Montreal Extreme. Good to see you, Juan. We're passing good at least 1/2 more than we could against Canada. Yeah, true. I forgot to say we're live.
Ooh.
Figure that out real quick. So some back and forth right now. For the Canadian viewers that can't see the stream, but you guys have control of the ball at the moment. Slowly building some play out of the back. We've been taking our time with that. I think we're kind of reserving the little bit of energy we have left after game. Oh, here's a wow, man. This so a quick 1-2 ultimately ends up to number 13 for Canada for a shot. Her offense has been struggling the last 2 days.
Nothing super exciting yet.
No, pretty low key. Both teams are probably super gassed.
They're probably sparring a little bit. Oh, Satali got hurt. Oh, good. Nothing serious.
That's good that it wasn't serious.
Right.
I was wondering why she wasn't playing. It made a huge difference in the game. The USA is never going to be good in these CONCACAF contests until we build some culture around futsal in the United States. That's just all there is to it. It's that simple. And it's proven in the way that like there's not an experienced coach that can take over the team and run it. It's proof in the way that the players play. And it's got to happen.
Enter FCS.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we can make a big difference with that. That's part of the reason for the tours. Let's keep futsal going year round. Let's find ways to find games, even if it's once a month.
Yep.
We got to stay active. We got to keep people thinking about futsal, not only fans, but players.
Right.
I think Jason, when he was in the chat yesterday, made a really good point. And I think Birmingham Futsal said it too, is just that, like, it's still a soccer culture out there on the court,
It really is.
even from the futsal players.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the men's contest for the United States, I think the futsal players played the worst of anybody in the squad. They were the most disappointing. Canada with a potential opportunity here. 2 shots, both against Panamanian defenders, but trying to find a way to break through. Right now, their fixo's up past the half, which is nice. It's actually 4-on-4, which is good. Panama defending in a low press right now, not pushing too hard.
I think US proved the depth of their culture when the stakes got a little higher towards the more competition. You know what I mean? Like, they played really well against teams that didn't put up much competition, but when the pressure was on, the culture kind of crumbled.
Wait, say that again, Luke. Sorry.
Oh, just that. Let's wait till this play. Ooh! Oh, goal!
No way! Wow, what a deflection! So Canada scores, guys. A nice counterattack. Strung a couple real nice passes together, and next thing you know, we see action, which is awesome.
Little back post pass that got deflected in the right way. I like that Canada's like one touch, one touch, one touch. That was 2 one-touch passes for the shot on goal there. That's great from Canada.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh, let me pull up the score bug. Probably help.
I was saying that US they're good, and I feel like they did some really great things, but I feel like the proof of a team that's together a lot and that knows each other and can play together during tough situations is a team that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. It just felt like when the going got tough for USA, they kind of didn't really have much to lean on. You know what I mean? It's kind of House of Cards-ish.
Yeah, and it was pretty clear they didn't have the stamina for this tournament either.
Right.
It's asking a lot, and they were shells of themselves in that one. Is FCS doing a documentary of its historic beginning? You know, it's not an easy yes or no answer, because we've talked about going all the way back to the Genesis prior to even this season, like the true beginning of FCS, because a lot of big stuff was happening back then, and even what led to FCS forming through the COVID era. That, like, there's a huge story back that tells the genesis that it hasn't been told, and we've talked about that. We've talked about cataloging that, doing some interviews with some of the originals, some of the OGs, and what forced it to happen. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. I hope so. I hope it happens. But the reality is, I'm really not a part of the true beginning. So that is my least favorite trap of all time, right there. Little scorpion kick, like,
oh,
I call it the peen dog trap.
Peen dog.
It's a lazy trap, but it worked. Kind of worked.
Ooh.
Panama with a long shot. Great save from the Canadian keeper. Wow, nicely done. And now we've got Canada on the counter.
Back close. Ooh.
Esther with a shot. She was the hero yesterday with all the goals. Panamanian keeper deflects it out at the near post. Close.
Oh.
Canada keeping the ball, but Panama keeping them pushed out on the line there. Another kick in. Roll out in a shot. The shot is rushed, and it is way over the top. All right, Canada on the ball.
You're right. That Fixo does sit deep for Canada.
Way too deep. Way like they're out of the play.
Yeah,
They're completely out of the play offensively.
There's no reason to not step up on that. They're just still sat deep.
No, I mean any ball that goes that far is rolling to your goalkeeper. There's no reason to be back there.
Right. That's interesting.
It's just a lack of futsal knowledge.
Maybe playing a little scared too. Just afraid.
I mean, they did it last night too. They've done it in all their games, really.
Oh, good toe poke. Ooh, goal number 2.
Goal number 2. There it is. Esther puts back a deflection from number 13, Stephien Dadaye. Oh, I'm butchering that one. Wow, that was good. It was a good counter. Most of Canada's offense has come from either counterattacks or passes to the pivot and a turn and shot. And there's been some cleanups of deflections and all of that, but those are their 2 big plays offensively. Anything really they try to do build-up wise typically isn't successful because that Fixo isn't up there. So if Panama finds a way to kill the counter, great initial save. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say it's really good for a first save.
Another toe poke. That thing was curling.
Too bad no one helped him on defense.
Some might say they're pioneering a new 3-1. Yeah, it didn't say where the 1 had to be. And that's the thing is, like, imagine if imagine this Canadian side, if they pull that Fixo forward, they'd be absolutely dominating everyone. They would have beat Costa Rica for sure, and they probably would have just smacked everybody else around.
Oof.
She couldn't catch it with the gloves. Yeah, I noticed that too. The Panamanian keeper wearing gloves, unusual for futsal. There's one other team that was doing that too. I can't remember who I saw that had gloves on. Panamanian player down. Can't tell if she took a shot to the head. What happened?
Yeah,
that knocked her down?
It was a shot to the head.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, deflected pass.
Those do not feel good.
No.
My thumbnail for this is terrible. I was trying to find a it's kind of rushed because I just slapped it together last night, but also I could not find a picture of the trophy anywhere.
Really?
They've literally not posted a single picture of the plate.
It's on back order at Temu.
I guess so. Jeez. Figure it out, CONCACAF. CONCACAF's, I mean, they haven't disappointed me because I'm used to them being this crap, but they they've done such a poor job with this women's tournament. The women deserve so much better than they're getting. It's actually kind of infuriating. This is a historic tournament, and it's being treated like it's a weekend at Bernie's.
Well, welcome to futsal.
Panama with a steal. Can they turn something out of this? No. They looked for a quick back post pass, but couldn't get there in time, and it goes wide. So Canada back on the ball. 11:47 to go. Like Canada's
welcome to women's sports, right, Juan?
Yeah, it's true. You're not wrong, Juan. You know what the worst part is, though, Juan, is this viewership for these women's games has been astronomically higher than the men's CONCACAF tournament was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not even close.
We're at 7,761 people watching this game right now.
700 people watching this. And I think only the final for the men's pulled anywhere near that, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't that high. Some back and forth in possession right now. Nobody really controlling the game in the moment, but Canada definitely feels like the stronger side at the moment overall, I'd say in the first half of the first half.
Panama's only really shooting that deep shot. I haven't seen much as far as like a back post pass trying to score on the back post.
I'm curious if they. That's a good little scoop. Kind of hard to do from that angle. But yeah. Yeah, I guess because I live a little more in the YouTube studio and stuff, I look at I'm always looking at how many people are watching, and I'm always curious what the online attendance is because it's kind of part of my argument whenever I do videos and bitch is it like why look at all these people that are tuning in. Why aren't you giving it more attention? It'd be one thing if no one was tuning in. But like it's bad enough that they go into these massive arenas so it looks tiny anyway. And they make the attendance look smaller than it is because they're in a way too big arena. And
Right.
so the eyeball test it looks like a failure. But then you look online, we're pushing 8,000 viewers right now, concurrent viewers watching right now this moment on
Right.
CONCACAF stream. And that's with geo blocks.
Right. Think about how much bigger it would be without the geo block. Like
But
Canada would be here.
Canada, yeah, one of the teams in the final is currently geo blocked. Imagine the difference if it wasn't. Like that's that many more viewers that aren't accounted for right now.
Right.
Plus the 12 that are here. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I mean it's actually kind of crazy. And I guess what I really need to do is watch the outdoor version of this on YouTube and see what their viewership is. But I watch that on TV, so I don't see what maybe I need to log into a country that doesn't have a TV deal for the Gold Cup and see what their viewership is for that. I'm sure it's way higher, but still, these 8,000 viewers don't matter to a potential sponsor at CONCACAF that may want to advertise for this or sink some money into it. I just have a hard time believing that.
Oof.
Women's Euro and CONBOL is way more organized than this. Yeah, AFCON. Yeah, Birmingham Futsal. Yeah, AFCON is way more organized than this. AFCON has the little tent, the little TP number 5 for the 5th foul that they're putting up on the desk for AFCON. That's digital. It's a digital LED screen, and it's still the triangle on all angles, but it's like the little stoppage time board, but it's a little mini tent. It's way more organized. Everyone.
Same arena as 2021 and qualified with Dushan with the men.
Yep. Panama with a kick in a dangerous place here. Let's see if they do anything with it. Rotating. Still have the ball. Canada in a tight diamond low press. Great kick save from the Canadian keeper there on a quick shot. Ooh. They're looking for the counter, but they turn the ball over out of bounds. But it's a safe distance away. The same arena the men played Birmingham Futsal. I talked to one of the players from that team, and we were talking about kind of the fatigue of this schedule. And they said, yeah, this arena is extremely difficult to play in because it's hard concrete. So it's hard on your joints. It's hard on your feet. And then it's hot in there. And so, when we see how the United States women's team kind of fell apart in their game against Canada, he said, yeah, absolutely. It's a very difficult place to play. So they were probably gassed, especially considering it's the first time them really playing in that tight of a schedule in this kind of environment.
So this is some sort of like vinyl covering over concrete, not an actual surface.
I believe so. Because that's what happened in Nicaragua. When the men played in Nicaragua, that was literally just concrete. There was no actual floor.
And altitude.
Painted the lines on concrete. In altitude, I believe. Oh, yeah, you know what? Guatemala City is up in a mountain, isn't it? Long ball from Canada here. Doesn't meet the mark, but they retain the ball with a kick in. Oh, header off the post there for Canada. They did a nice little kick-in routine. Pass back to the Fixo. Fixo scoops to the pivot. And a little header, little flick. Not meant to be. Showing a replay of it now. Yeah, that was a nice header. Wow.
Right. That's a tough header.
Yeah.
So she's facing away from the goal,
Canada with a nice play here. Oh,
and she
keeper
flicks
snuffs
it
out.
behind her.
Yeah, back to goal and flicks it back. That's awesome.
It's a great header.
Is that not out of bounds? Yeah, okay, yep. Panama runs it out of bounds by mistake, runs out of court. 7:32 to go. Canada's still up 2-0. Ooh, pulled down, but no foul. I think that was just a loss of balance in a tough Fixo Pivo contest. Panama looking to counter. They might have their chance here. They have a header of their own, but it's right to the hands
Ooh.
of the keeper. What's the women's trophy going to look like? FCS women's trophy going to look like? No idea. Haven't even looked.
It's going to look like a WWE wrestling
It's gonna be a championship title.
Belt. Yeah.
Not a belt. It's a title. How dare you? Belt holds up your pants. That's a title.
Diamond encrusted.
Ooh, imagine. Canada forces a turnover here. They've got the ball in Panama's own half, but the rest of the team can't get up fast enough. They end up resetting all the way back with the Fixo. Ultimately get a quick shot from the 10-meter mark, but it gets a deflection. That would be sick, honestly. Yeah, you know, they make those. I see companies that make those kinds of things for like fantasy football and like goofy wins like that, but they're expensive, dude.
The Timbers give a belt like that to the so the Timbers Armies picks their player of the year.
Oh, do they really?
And they give them a big belt.
It's like a very Portland thing. That's
title,
awesome.
excuse me, title.
Title. Come on. It's a title. The wrestling fans in the chat will appreciate me defending that.
Oh, what's up, your
Everyone else is like, what?
Ooh, let's see. Timbers.
All right, Canada's on the ball. They're in a 3-1 rotation, trying to find their way to the Fixo, but ooh, great little block there by Panama. Slows the attack down. Shot off a goalie. Canada still has a ball. Turn and shoot. Deflection. Score for Canada.
Hey, let's go.
Number 7, Joelle Gosselin. Tell me if I'm saying it wrong.
I think you got it right.
Canadians, help me out. I don't mind being wrong. Wow, that was great. So she got the putback on the deflection. She's popped up a couple times for Canada in a big way during this tournament. Great work. Right place, right time. First turn and shot was actually really good, but keeper gets down and saves it. But the keeper got down like an outdoor keeper and couldn't get up off of her side fast enough for the putback. So great work there. And now Canada with a kick in. They're at 3-0. And now they've got a kick in a fairly dangerous spot. This has really just been a tournament of who wants to fight through the pain the most. Mexico looked really tired at the end of their match yesterday against Canada. Canada looked tired in the first half, to be fair, and turned it around. And then now Panama, you know, they looked like they had a little more energy than Costa Rica yesterday. And I couldn't decide from Costa Rica whether that was they walked into it thinking it was they already got the dub, or if because they were definitely the superior team, or if they were just out of juice. I couldn't decide what it was, but Canada with a quick counter here. Do they have a shot? Almost.
Wow. Canada's putting it on them.
Number 7 is a unit. Yeah, she's been really strong. Really strong.
So the question is does this type of court with the hard concrete offer way more fatigue? And would they be better off with a more qualified like wood court?
I think it would help, but the schedule itself, I think, is the biggest issue.
Yeah, I think you're right.
3 days in a row, and then you get a day off for the semifinal, and then you got to jump right into the final the very next day.
Golly, that's demanding.
It's actually kind of nuts. I couldn't find an emoji for a fridge. Oh, nice little nutmeg there from Panama, but they can't keep the ball. They ultimately get a kick in after a little Little scurry there. And court size. Yeah, it's a big court. She's a big one. Not these little kids' courts we're used to playing on back home. Panama now on the ball. A bike. Oh, doesn't connect. Panama looking for a bicycle to get on the board. Not only do they want a goal, they want it in style. Canada looks for the long ball, but Panama's fixo is in the way. Shot. Wow, number 4 for Canada.
Oh, my word.
The long ball to for the Canadian viewers that are listening from here and unfortunately aren't getting enough action of the game, but Canada does a long ball trying to find Esther at the top. It gets deflected by the Panamanian fixo, but she can't keep control of it. It goes to the Canadian Ala on a 50-50. She makes the cross. Goalkeeper way out of place for Panama, and Esther's got a nice, easy tap in.
Oh,
And
yeah,
does
she's
just
way
right.
out.
Yeah, way out of position there.
What was she up there for? I don't remember what the play was doing.
I think she thought the Ala was just going to take a shot on goal. I think because she stepped up to kind of eat that space up, keep her from running, which wouldn't have been a bad decision by the goalkeeper had she had more help. But she was the last line, so she left the goal totally open for the pass. Canada just forces another turnover, another shot off target this time. Oh, another quote. Man, I am good for the quotes this tournament. I think I got a couple you missed too that you weren't on for, so I got lucky.
Darn it.
You're gonna have to find them if you want them. Honestly, have any of the U.S. players been on full-size multi-game back-to-back under pressure? That must change for us to progress. I will say though, Birmingham, that none of these teams have.
Right.
So everyone's doing it for the first time. So as much as I want as much as I want to find a reason why the U.S. failed, everyone's going through the exact same thing for the first time right now. It's just a matter of, I think Canada has wanted it more.
Well, the thing is that what U.S. had, what the U.S. had going for them was they did play Costa Rica in Costa Rica. Those were some good matches, so they did have some experience under their belt.
Well, they got some good results, but we didn't get to see the matches to know for sure whether they were good or not. They could have been sloppy.
True.
That's the other thing too. Is because that was a behind closed doors friendly, which I saw someone online making a lot of noise about that. The fact that it was behind closed doors, but that's not unusual.
Right.
So I can't be upset about that. But if Costa Rica was just trying out players and it wasn't their best lineup, that's also very possible too. Olay plays and practice on full-size courts, and I would imagine Safira does as well. So for the 15 players, yeah. It's just not often enough, I don't think, especially with outdoor schedules. So many of these players also play outdoor. Canada looking good, guys. If you're a Canadian viewer listening in for the quick updates, it's 4-0 to you guys. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. You've had the majority of the ball. A lot to be proud of. Panama just can't find answers right now. Another turnover for Panama. But Canada gets a kick in out of it. Looked like it could have possibly been a foul, but it's not called. You get the restart. Sports.
That's a classic Rudy one right there.
One-liners, man. The one-worders are the ones that get
no.
No.
Hot take from Rudy. No. So good.
It's a classic moment. And we refuse to let it die. Panama on the ball now. Now they're fixed sitting way back. You can see their coach calling for her to run up. I will say, all the issues Panama have had with turnovers so far have been because they've been playing soccer on a futsal court too. Like the bad traps, they're not bad traps for outdoor, but they certainly are here. And that's caused a lot of their turnovers in their own half. If they could figure that out, which, you can't fix that in a half. That's going to be something to fix in the next 4 years. But
Right.
That's the other problem too. Almost all these teams, nothing will happen with there'll be zero activity with these national teams once the World Cup's over.
Right.
And I know for a fact, I can't tell you who told me this. I have a few sources in Canada. I know for a fact that the men's and women's futsal team shares a budget. So the men's program was put on ice to support the women's program.
Whoa, what a shot.
Holy moly.
Did she turn
Wow.
and volley that thing like nothing?
She's got a hell of a foot.
She does.
I feel like I didn't see her on the court a ton in the semifinal, but she's playing a lot of minutes for this final. That's how you use her right there, because she's so strong. You get those alas running off of her, and she can just put it right back to you. She's got a great first touch. She's been able to flick the ball right and left for those runs on the ala sides, on the sides for the alas. Wow, I said that completely backwards. Ooh, bad touch from Canada there. Earns a kick in for Panama in a dangerous place, but you got to figure something out. Elsie was in here earlier. Yeah, that's her aunt, not her mom. Yes, she should be. I think she was in the chat earlier. Oh, Panama wastes the opportunity, kicks it out of bounds. And it's a goalie throw out of the back for Canada. 43 seconds to go. Long ball. Turned over to Panama, but they got nowhere to go. And they're calling that a goalie throw. Something's wrong here with the Panamanian player. Maybe she took a slap to the face or something. She's holding her mouth. Took a slap to the mouth. And she's fine. She's back up. All right. Panama. Scoops it over the top for their pivot. She keeps it, but nowhere to go. Ala's not moving to help her. Mexico's starting to apply a higher press. Or Mexico. Jesus. Canada. What is going on? My words aren't wording.
I was like, wait, where's Mexico?
I talk so much about Mexico that now it's like just stuck in my brain. Canada gets a shot, but way off target. It's from Shayla He. A lot of Montreal in this lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players from Montreal out of the 14.
It's all Montreal and Quebec, right?
Montreal, Quebec. Yep. And then there's 3 players from Saskatoon, all from the same team. Birmingham VPN does work. VPN does work. I need to get a VPN sponsor for the channel. Maybe with a few more subs. They'll consider our small little thing. Halftime. So it is halftime. 4-0. So now, does Panama pull a Canada and put on a wild second half? Or does Canada pull a Canada and run away? Nord. Birmingham Futsal. That's what I use. I use NordVPN. Cheap. Good. The thing that catches me off sometimes is if I'm in production, it'll screw up my connection sometimes.
Look at Jake. There's our halftime sponsor. We got it.
Oh, they're not paying us yet. Man, this is a freebie. This is what it could look like, though, Nord.
Suggestive marketing.
Suggestive marketing. Will it into existence.
77% off Nord. Here you go.
There's usually trials that you guys can get too. So
use discount code Futsal News. It'll get you nothing.
Oh man, it'll get you nothing, but at least they'll know to look for us. So halftime is here. We've got we got a pretty convincing game on our hands for Canada here. They seem to just be managing the stamina a little better than Panama so far. Panama looks slow. Their touches are sloppy. They look tired. They look really tired.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta mute the halftime music. Holy moly.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh, that's nice. There you go. Birmingham Futsal offering the free logins. I need to. I'm going to grab a quick bowl of dinner if you're going to hang out for a minute, Luke.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, sweet. All right, guys, I'll be back. Luke's in charge. But if he says it's a belt, let me know.
Oh, he even has the Olay warm up on today. Jake, good shout. I didn't even put on any futsal gear. My bad. My bad. So if you want to use Birmingham Futsal's VPN, just go ahead and Birmingham, you can just put your social security number on there and your credit card number on there. And then she can just log in. It's a joke. Don't do it. I gotta say it's a joke because if you guys are unaware, my daytime job is a middle school / high school art teacher, and man, oh man, I got to be very, very. What would be the word? Literal with them sometimes, because man, they'll take me for it, and oh, holy moly, they are awful.
Right.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah, my wife rocks. Mrs. Futsal News is killing it. There's already a bowl made for me up there.
Good job, Mrs. Jake.
Yeah, way to go. Make some room here. And we'll try not to.
All you missed was Birmingham Futsal sharing his social security number and credit card number.
Oh, I missed it?
On stream.
Dang. And I'm working on a job change too. I could have used that.
A little float money.
Yeah, something to get me by. YouTube revenue isn't there yet, so.
That's right. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Ice cream? You know what's... I DM'd you. Oh, you did? For real? Or is this with the pin? Now I gotta make sure and I look. Ice cream? No, not ice cream. I got we did some crock pot chicken today, mashed potatoes, and some of those multicolored carrots, you know, that are like yellow and purple. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, or if it's just messing up the zoom. But Luke. Oh, why is that? Do they not like it? Or does that trigger some YouTube stuff? It's funny you mention ice cream, though, Birmingham, because that's where the kids are going right now. It shows your IP and service provider. Oh, okay.
Oh, did it just show my IP?
Well, you just had an ad up, but I did show mine yesterday, so it showed my IP. So I probably shouldn't have done that. I'll have to delete that stream.
Oh,
wait.
Log on to my computer, steal everything. I really don't care.
Does it show? Figure out a way to blur that or something.
Oh, it did show my IP live on stream. Oh, well.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? If someone really wants to go, come and get me.
Yeah, there's not much on my side to take.
Yeah.
Not that that's good anyway, but.
He could steal my whole teacher salary. Good luck.
No, thank you for warning us. I didn't even think of that. That's a good shout. All right, we're still at halftime. hanging out, watching the same 10-second CONCACAF Women's Futsal Championship ad on repeat. How they do not have replays, I do not understand. I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys being in the chat. You know, this is hopefully it's good for you guys and fun, but also it's good for me because then I get to watch it with people, which is fun. Otherwise, I'm watching by myself or, you know, worse, not at all. Birmingham, did you watch the Champions League today? Or anybody else for that matter catch the Champions League?
I did. At least a little bit of it.
You did, yeah. You got your fish behind you. Yeah, that's true.
It looked good on my TV screen. That's a good stream.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, bad day for Sporting today. Was Zicky hurt? Why didn't he play?
I saw him. Like, what? Yeah, I asked you. Why didn't he play?
I'm assuming he got hurt, but because he didn't even dress.
No Zicky, no fun.
Mm-hmm. Knee. Oh boy. Which fish looks most like you? The big one here over my shoulder right now, the gray one, is a unicorn tang, and he's got a big old knob on the front of his head, and I got a lumpy head, so he's probably the closest one to me. Oh, really? Is it like an inflammation thing, or is it like an injury he's playing on that they know at least know what it is? It's awful that it's been going on that long. Benfica next week and playoffs after that. Wow. At least they'll be sharp for the playoffs. They've had plenty of competition. Inflammation. Okay. Well, hopefully he makes it to the offseason and makes a full recovery. He's a young guy. We don't want to see knee problems already. And then Palma today. Holy moly. Invincible.
How do you use that one?
Mallorca Palma Futsal wins their third straight UEFA Champions League. It's never been done before.
Whew.
They scored their first team in Champions League, Futsal Champions League history to ever score more than 7 goals. They put 9 on the board.
Dang.
And then their opposition, Kairat Almaty, put up 4 goals. And that's the first time in a losing team has put up 4 goals in a final. A lot of history, a lot of goals. Wild game. Insane. Fabinho, I think, had 4 of the 9. He was on fire. I'm in a Discord channel with another futsal content creator called Last Letter, or IX Futsal. And he's not a big Palma fan, but even he had to admit today that you know, they're officially royalty if they weren't before.
Doing things.
You have to recognize that greatness. I keep wondering, when are they finally going to fail, and they just won't do it.
Man, watching Sporting that game today, just it's sad, but man, that level of futsal is such a far cry from where we're at in America. I mean,
yeah,
it kind of inspires you and makes you sad at the same time. Like, we got a long way to go, but also we have a long way to go. Let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
Because, man, they are
Well, those are the absolute best of the best. I think the majority of
Yeah.
Sporting start lineup, not even their starting lineup, just their lineup is all national team players.
Right. I also saw the Thai international on the other team. What was the name of that other team?
Kairat?
Yeah, Kairat. He was what's his name? Osama?
I do not know off the top of my head.
Oh, Muhammad
Excuse me.
Osama.
What's futsal?
Osama Mamusa. Muhammad Osama Mamusa. Thai international plays for them. That's like that's their Michael Jordan of futsal. He's the man.
27 votes. Panama actually favored by you guys, the fans that have been coming in. Canada up 4-0 at the half. And then I think AFC starts their qualifications this week. And I believe the Copa Libertadores starts this week too. Or is that next week? Let me look.
Futsal Asian Cup?
Futsal Sala.
Well, that's all in a language I don't understand. Oof.
Oh, Copa Libertadores is until the end of the month. I apologize. I was wrong.
Okay. Oh, they have the AFC qualifier groups right here. Hopefully it doesn't show my IP address on this one.
Yeah. Look again. Make sure.
I looked this time. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Thailand, Lebanon, Bahrain, Palestine, Iraq, and then Indonesia, China, Pakistan. It's interesting they say China and Hong Kong, China. Like they delineate that.
Yeah. Hong Kong is technically its own.
That's interesting.
They're still technically their own country. See if that stays that way in today's environment, but
Chinese Taipei and then Hong Kong. Okay, interesting. Got kickoff.
oh, we're already back. Mine lagged.
Ooh. Quick little shot from Panama. Nothing doing.
Yeah, Panama with a quick hit, but now Canadians on the ball.
I'm out of water. Free Hong Kong.
Oh,
Sammy international play? Yes, I would like to see him play for the national team. Like to see a lot of Grand Rapids players over there. Aaron Gomez.
we're gonna get banned.
Cesar Alayo. We're gonna get banned. Chinese covering could come for you, Rudy.
That's right.
The daily push and grind of environment is inexplicable. I have to see it up close to believe it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's just different culture. It's just a different way of being that we don't have here in America.
I think one thing that we need to remember in that argument too is that the teams we keep seeing in the Champions League that kind of give us these dreams of better futsal, those guys are head and shoulders of most of the teams within their own country, though, too. Like that is
Right.
the absolute creme de la creme.
Right.
Ooh, jeez. Panama's on the ball after one of their poor players just takes a shot point blank to the chest. Somehow stays up. Canada's got the ball in Panama's half, though, when it's all said and done. See what happens. Canada opts to build out of the back.
I feel like Panama puts together some good stuff, but then they get impatient and just enforce it and turn the ball over again and again and again.
Yeah, like they start off with good rotation and then just panic or something. Panama now building something up. They're passing around in Canada's final third. Trying to find that cross pass, it looks like. It's not there. Attempts to scoop on a diagonal run, and they can't get a foot on it.
They really want to loop that ball in that top corner up there. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that was like 3 times in a row trying for a little loop into that corner.
Forced giveaway by Canada there, but ultimately they somehow retain the ball. On a kick in. Actually pretty fortunate. They go for the long ball. Pivo starts to track back. They reset. Panama gets a turnover here. They've got the ball. Make it all the way down to the touchline and force a corner. Panama's getting caught doing the same thing Canada was now. Their Fixo's just sitting way back. Great opportunity there on a corner, but it's off target. Looking for the flick. Off of a header, but it's not there. Panama picks up a turnover. They turn it over themselves. Unforced turnover for Canada, and as I said, kick in for Panama. They come, big run, big pass across. It's poked away. Panama still has it. Shot deflected by a defender. They still have it. Shot again, way wide. It's Hernandez, number 11 for Panama. She's just kind of like snatching at the shots. Like she's more concerned about getting the shot off than the accuracy.
3-on-2.
Oh, bad giveaway by Canada. It's 3-on-2 shot. Another wasted opportunity from Panama.
I really feel like they could have done more with that. They had 3-on-2. They should have.
Yeah, they had numbers.
I don't think taking the shot's the right call.
Should have found a back post pass. Canada now, big counter here. They run out of space, though. Goalie throw. Panama's building out of the back. Playing a bit of a 2-2. Long ball over the top. Shot. Takes a deflection off the goalie who comes out to challenge, and it goes out of bounds. Panamanian player down, and the referees decided that's a yellow card to the goalkeeper on the challenge. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Looking forward to the replay on this.
Okay, I see that.
Aha, okay, yep.
She was just late.
I thought she deflected that off the Panamanian player, but
oh man, they're spotting that. Ooh.
Oh, that's actually fortunate.
Man.
If they think it's that close, they're lucky they didn't call it a PK then.
Right. At least they get the wall.
It's true.
It's a free kick right on the PK spot, but not a PK. It's a free kick.
Rip and sweat.
Good save. Infringement or encroachment?
Huge save from the Canadian keeper, but she jumps out way too early. So I think they're going to retake that. Careful, you don't get a card for that.
I know. If she does it again, she's going to get a card. And that'd be a red.
Ooh. Yeah, she doesn't want any help.
Oh yeah, she was way early.
It's funny because the Canadian players are joking and laughing with her about something. But now what? Now what? What in the
Soon,
world?
Birmingham. Soon. We're gonna get the credit card soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just saw that. Whoops.
Go.
There it is. First one for Panama.
That's a great shot. I mean, yeah, she top shelved it.
Yeah, lightning fast. Goalkeeper timed that way better. I think that was well timed. It's not like she was late trying to make sure for sure she didn't step ahead of the kick, but she ends up. Is it because she turned her shoulders? No, it wouldn't have mattered. It was going in either way. I think she was just trying to throw herself in front of that any way she could. But that was extremely well placed. All right. Canada now back on the ball with a kickoff. 16-10 to go. Long ball goes way over, and it's to the Panamanian keeper. She goes for a long ball. Nothing. It's awesome. That's awesome.
Let me get right on that.
Canada, tries the volley, but too high, too high. Panama, another long ball. They almost lose it, but they are able to build out of the back. Oh, bad touch by Panama. But again, they keep the ball somehow. Good for possession play by them. Now Canada has the ball. We'll scoop down the line.
Oh, what a
Oh, wow.
yeah, pause.
That-
I'm ahead of you a little bit.
That's okay. No, you're good. You're good. Mine keeps I don't know why mine keeps delaying.
I paused a little bit so I can catch up with you.
It's definitely something going on with my computer.
What a touch.
So Canada scores. They had after a great one-on-one battle down the sideline on the camera side, they go for the switch across the court. That turns into a pass up to none other than Esther Broussard, and she scoops one over the keeper for a beautiful little goal there.
Little dink right over the keeper.
Yeah, and it's 5-1. Panama with their own little play, but again, the shot way, way, way off. They're kind of just snatching at the ball. I think fatigue is setting in for Panama big time. And on the other hand, looking fresh as daisies.
Good ball. Oof.
Panama on the ball again. Resetting out of the back for them. Curious to see what, if anything, Canada will do for clock management here when it gets down towards the nitty-gritty. Panama's kick in. Goes all the way back to the goalie. Yeah, it's delayed again. What in the world? Hang on a sec. Let me try my connection here. Hang on. Still here? Hello?
Yeah.
Everybody?
I hear you.
Okay, all right, cool. Uh-oh, I lost you in the stream, though. How'd that happen?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, there we go. Little pause.
Little pause.
Canada's winning. My sis must be going crazy. Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big, big winning margin right now. Hey, good to see you, Rudy. Yeah, enjoy dinner, man. And vamos, Canada.
See, Rudy.
see if this makes a difference. Technically don't need my VPN on, so I killed it to see if it makes a difference in the connection. Panama's calling for a handball there, but I think that's ball to hand.
I don't even think it hit her hand.
Panama trying to build something up here. Not a ton of movement off the ball for them. Oh. Great defense. Very stout. They've got numbers if they keep going. Too late.
Wow.
Shot, header, save. Whoa. Big save from the Canadian keeper. Leah Palacio Tellier. Tellier? Again, help. Keep it 5-1. That's awesome. And
brush up on your French there, Jake.
No. Je ne sais quoi. Canada's starting to do a little bit of a high press here. Seeing Panama's having a hard time keeping a touch.
Panama seemed like it came out in the second half with a little bit of a better game tactic.
Yeah, they started the half with a little bit of juice, but they seem to be slowing back down already again.
Mm-hmm.
They're defensively a little cleaner, but here's a nice play by Panama. Nice individual effort. Nobody back post, so Hollas aren't running those back posts, so they're not getting goals.
Say it every time. Back post is the place to be, man. Good things happen back there.
If you're the all on the opposite side, you got to be looking to make that run. You should be on the stat sheet every single time.
Yep.
Canada's doing a good job of forcing turnovers with their defense. I just want to call that out too. Ooh. Misjudged ball by the Panamanian keeper, but she's not punished for it. Nobody around. And that is forced out by Erica, by the way. Hinmarsh for the turnover.
Yeah, look at that Fixo sitting so deep.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Oof.
Erica's on the ball now. She switches the court to the far side. They find a pass down the line. Shot, goal. Canada just scored again. It is 6-1.
Man.
Time number 10. Kira Melanorst. Currently listed at the University of Pittsburgh.
What a great shot.
That was a real nice shot. And that's good play by Canada. It started with Erica. She finds the cross court with Panama overloading her side of the court. She switches. They find the pass down the line and then the shot back post, and don't even need the pivot at that point. It's an easy one, but she was there ready for the deflection if it came through. So Canada's doing a way better job.
Is that your niece, Elsie?
It is.
Hey,
well, Erica is number 11, not the person who scored.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Canada forces another turnover. Panama able to get it back, though. Lazy play from Panama, though, and they aren't able to retain it. Long ball from the goalie, but too long. Panama's going to get the ball back. They're trying to build something out of the back. They look for a long cross pass to the pivot. She sees it intercepted, but does fight to get it back. And Panama now back post. Shot saved by the Canadian keeper. Not troubled too much by that, but she does get down. Whole family's down there. Oh, nice, Elsie. That's awesome. we got a Panama kick in, pretty deep into Canada's side. They rolled all the way back to their fixo. Looks like they're burning some time for a substitution. Kick in for Panama. Short passes, doesn't really develop anything, doesn't really challenge Canada. Now they're on the opposite side making a couple of plays, but bad body positioning for Panama. They're just not dangerous. Looks like we're going to see a full line change for Canada here. Panama still on the ball, though.
And just not much movement, just this back and forth.
Yeah, this right here is the best movement we've seen from Panama, where they switch sides, they crisscross each other. But then the back players didn't do enough, have any kind of sense of urgency to make it worth it.
Well, that one went
And look
in.
at how small Panama is playing. Here we go. Now they've got a chance on the back post. Takes a deflection and goes in off of a defender. Oh, I hit that. I thought that hit side netting there for a minute.
So did I.
But that is a goal. It is 2 for Panama. They've been subbing much more frequently than other teams this event. Yeah, you know, they've really managed the schedule way better than everybody else, I think, and understood the demands of the physicality of this thing. So it's 6-2. Canada's still in a very comfortable place. Panama more lucky than clinical there. Although they've got the ball, they're trying to force a counter here, but Canada gets back in plenty of time.
Yeah, a lot of Panama's opportunities are coming from scramble turnovers. Just stuff that's like kind of scrambly, and they just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
I agree. There's a long ball from Panama. She tries to scoop over the Canadian defender, but goes way too far. Easy one for the keeper. And now Canada's on the ball. 8:45 to go. Excuse me. Canada's sitting high in the court. They're not like, I guess that's technically a high press. They're just not like actively pressing for the ball, but they're just kind of cutting off passing lanes really early by sitting up high.
Right.
Panama just doesn't seem to know what to do about it, even with the lack of like actual physical pressure. $8:10 to go. Panama on the ball. They turn it over. Unforced error. When you think a lot about the unforced errors from Panama this game, I mean, they've been panicky when they have the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Canada now developing something.
Oof.
Long shot.
She's
Flicked
got
over the
such
top
a
by the
hard
keeper.
shot.
Such
She's a
good shot.
cannon.
Yeah, she really does. About at the 10-meter mark, but out on the touchline. Oh, another shot from Canada. This one hits a Panamanian player square in the face. She's down for the count. Looks like she's calling for a trainer. Man, that was a brutal shot to the face on that shot. Let's see the slow-mo.
Hey,
oh yeah, square in the side of the face.
That's gotta hurt.
Gonna be seeing stars after that one for sure.
Get your bell rung.
It's the goal scorer. Giles. Unforced turnover again by Panama. Canada's got the ball at about the half court. Wild pass. It gets deflected out, and it's Panama's ball. I didn't watch Panama closely enough to know for sure how they're playing compared to, say, their other games.
Oof.
Ooh, great save. But this number 11 for Panama, this game at least, what I've noticed is she's always got her back to goal when she receives the ball.
Yeah.
She'll receive a pass and she's facing the sideline instead of facing towards the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And she's setting herself up for failure. It starts because she's fearful that Canada's closing on her, which they are. But when you turn your back, you give yourself less options.
Right.
You give yourself zero options. Your choices are to kick it out of bounds or stand on it, and that's not going to get you out of that situation.
The only place you really want your back to goal is right in front of the goal, so you can lay off to your alas.
Yeah, you really want to do everything you can to be facing forward. More quick subs from Canada. They're looking for a rotation out of the back, but Panama really not creating too much pressure. They do force an turnover here. Foul on Canada in the middle of the court. Ooh, looks like a knee to the private area or inside of the thigh or something there.
I think she made a meal of that one.
I think so too. That didn't look so bad.
Well, she popped up right afterwards, and I don't think there's much in it.
Like right here, your back is to the goal. Your only option is to pass backwards. As Panama, if you turn your hips even to the middle, that's still the wrong positioning, but at least then you've got a chance. Ooh, long ball over the top. Esther almost gets on it, but can't quite get there in time. She's bursting back. Almost forces a turnover. Panama's got 3 up top. Their Fixos still all the way back at the arc, just now running up to half court. Holy cow. She forgot there's a game going on.
I just don't. I'm with you. I don't see why they are not stepping into that space sooner. It just feels to me. It feels scared. Like protect.
It's just it's not how you play. I think it's
Nah.
just a lack of knowledge of the game for a lot of these teams. Panama's keeping the ball. Not too dangerous. They give it away to Canada. Canada almost gives it away back, but they do keep it. Panama leaves the middle wide open. Oh my goodness gracious. They're lucky there. But Canada's still on the ball. Panama gets a steal there in their own corner. Now they're running up the sideline, but nowhere to go. But they keep the kick in. .445 to go.
At this point, I think Panama's lucky to have 2 goals.
Yeah, one. Both of them were set pieces, though, weren't they? Or no, one was that beautiful shot.
Yeah,
They
the
did have one good
deflection from the far side. It kind of
Oh, it
was
was a
a
deflection. That's right.
glancing deflection into the goal.
So we
The
got a
first- the other one
deflection
was-
and basically a penalty kick.
yeah, penalty kick. Yeah, that's right. Free kick from the top of the
Yeah.
arc.
Canada taking their time, burning some clock. They pass back into pressure, and it's a turnover. Panama's got the ball now. Kicking in a dangerous spot. Canada just pushing them out of their half, though, doing a great job applying strong pressure without overcommitting. Back to the goal again for number 11. She can't do anything but pass it backwards. It's crazy to me because you wouldn't even do that in outdoor. Why are you doing that? Right?
Would-
Like, you shouldn't do it in outdoor.
I'm,
First shot
my-
opportunity for Panama in a while, but it's way off. Way, way off.
when does Panama really crank up the heat here? I mean, to go for the win. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like they might not.
because you got 4 goals to make up in 3:39. I mean, that's still a lot of time, but still at the same time, you have 4 goals, 5 if you want to win. Like you really got to get
not on your side at all.
Yeah.
Biggest gap, in my opinion, for soccer players in futsal. Oh yeah, the body positioning or the. I think that's definitely like the most common thing I say. Passing, receiving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Hello.
And the celebration. Let's go.
Wow. 7-2. Canada just scored again. Just a real simple turn and whack. And Steffi. Oh god. The one I can never say. Daye? I don't know. Steffi, number 13. She needed that goal. She's been on the end of a lot of plays and just hasn't quite had the finish. That one though, clinical. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
I think I agree with you, Birmingham futsal. It is critical, like which foot you pass to, and passing to that foot. I think the spaces are so tight. If you don't receive there, you don't have enough time to correct it, and it ruins the play. I hear what you're saying. Passing your players instead of staying with your runner. Completely opposite soccer.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's, she's even doing it at half court. Like her body positioning is horrific. I wish I could show the stream so I could like actually show what I'm talking about, but 2:25 to go.
I think Birmingham futsal. I mean, you've uncovered our weakness as this kind of region, which is we're trying to shoehorn soccer players into futsal players, and we do it with indoor players too. I think it's one thing that FCS preaches. It's one thing we preach here is true futsal players. Jake and I do disagree with this because I think we need to take those soccer players and make them futsal players.
I don't disagree with that. I just don't think they should be on the team.
Yes.
Like nowhere else. Like this is the argument we have in the chat all the time is that's not even an argument. Everyone agrees. Like you wouldn't take a big 3 player and put them in the Olympic team for regular basketball. You wouldn't like take a beach volleyball player and put her on a court. Like you wouldn't do that.
Right.
And like we take soccer players and put them on a court and expect them to play futsal. That's terrible.
Right. Great save.
And they're not any good. They're not any good at it. Completely different practice.
Right. That's exactly what he just said. Exactly.
Oh yeah, there it is. See? Yeah, exactly. Yep. Which player, Jay? Birmingham. I'm thinking of number 11 for Panama. She's like every time she receives the ball, she has her back to the goal, or she's she's on the touchline, facing the touchline, and it's like it's making me absolutely crazy to watch. Like I am bad at futsal. I'm just a fan and really enjoy it, and I know that. Like I manage that better than this person. It's crazy. Keep your hips turned so you're open to the rest of the court and actually have some options to.
Right.
Here we go. Shot. Goal. Nicely done. Canada up 8. It's Shayla Hay from Underdogs FC in Montreal.
You passed me a little.
She makes it 8-2. Oh, did I?
No, it's fine. I'll just catch up here. That's weird.
8-2 now with 48 seconds to go. This one's pretty well written in the history books. Canadian fans sitting down because they're waiting to stand up and enjoy that trophy. They don't even need to stand up for that one. But wow, that's a great top shelf goal right into the top netting. All smiles from Canada. They came out and knew this was the last 40 minutes. They've been playing really strong, very aggressive, high energy. You would never know they've played so much as they have. They've fought through the pain. Their keeper last night that was in the penalty kicks, when they did their post-game interview, she was saying how they were going to use the heart and desire that they felt in the semifinal and the game against the United States to kind of carry through to this Panama game, and they did. They absolutely did.
And with what Canada has done to Panama, you know, losing as a U.S. fan, losing to Canada, you know, I didn't understand. I thought we could take them, but now I am like, I think Canada's a better team than we took them for. I think they deserve a lot more credit.
I think they just wanted it more.
Yeah. Well, that's what was true when we watched them play the U.S. Like, I don't know what happened, but the U.S. just kind of lost the heart, and Canada just felt like a team that wanted to do it more.
Canada wins.
Canada wins.
Canada wins the first ever women's CONCACAF Futsal Championship. Congratulations to them. Well deserved.
It was never in doubt.
Dominant fashion from
it was never
one.
It was never in doubt.
I noticed Canada in this one did what they did to the United States. They came out of the whistle, immediately jumped on Panama, and put their style play and their fingerprints all over the game, controlled the game. They never stopped playing their style. Panama was chasing this entire game, just like the U.S. did when they played them. You know, they just jumped out, high press, assert some authority, and then kept riding that energy the rest of the game. Really, really well done by Canada.
And I think, you know, a lesson can be learned for all those other teams not here, especially the U.S. when they went out. The U.S. went out and played Costa Rica and sat back. Canada went after this game the whole 40 minutes. And I feel like that's where U.S. dropped the ball, starting with Costa Rica. When they dropped that game against Costa Rica, that I knew their hearts and minds weren't right. Maybe it's a Barato call, but maybe it's a girls' call. I don't know. But that's when I knew that something was definitely off with the U.S. team.
Oh, Elsie, we're not putting up with you at all. It was great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Elsie.
And congratulations to your family and to Erica especially. Seriously, that's awesome. It's really cool. So now you got to book a ticket to the Philippines so you can be there too.
That's right.
It's only a 12-hour difference. Don't worry. It'll be easy to flip through.
Roster was short, few injuries, older players, maybe affected tactics and lack of pressure. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know the team well enough in the U.S. to say yay or nay, but to me, I don't know. It felt like they had a good group of girls. I felt like if you're a coach and you see what's happening and what's developing, and it's not like it's a mystery. The air went out of the game against Costa Rica. You could see it, and it wasn't for just a little while. It wasn't like they slipped on a banana peel. That was like almost a half of a half and a full half. The U.S. disengaged from that game. And I mean, if you're around futsal at all, you know that like leads are not just like in soccer where like you go up 3-0, you're probably going to win. It's you got to play that whole game. Like, I mean, if any team is you know going to prove that, we'll go watch a Grand Rapids Ole game. They go down 2-0, 3-0 at halftime. Fabian has a word with them, and then they crush them 8-2. You know what I mean?
Oh, congratulations on her engagement too. That's awesome. Big year for her. Getting married in July and then honeymoon somewhere and then Philippines after that. Oh,
November, correct, Jake? We're
November
World Cup's
21st,
in November.
I think, is
November
the
21st.
kickoff of the first game. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Canada did a great job. I've got the stream muted, so I can't hear this interview, but I'm sure it's great. I want to see the trophy presentation, but yeah, Canada just did a way better job, I think, of managing their minutes, and like they didn't play attractive futsal by any stretch, but they just wanted it more than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I think the US's futsal positioning and tactics were actually better. They just didn't execute very well.
True.
Like you could see the concept was there. Like when you think about, because I'm sure the next question on everybody's mind, and I've already kind of heard it from some people, is who's at fault for this another failure for US futsal, but um, some of it I think falls all the way around. I think tactics change against Canada was definitely needed. That didn't happen. I think we didn't manage the minutes very well in that game or the previous games,
Well,
which just comes with being a new coach at that level. But
I think
the girls were also just gassed.
there's something to be said for mentality. I mean, mentality is a tactic as well, and I think a good coach can have words with his players and help them understand the mentality they need to have going into a tournament like this. And whatever Canada's coach is doing as far as mentality, like you said, Jake, throw out tactics out the window. Canada had great winners mentality from the first whistle of their first game. And like you said, they wanted it. They grinded. They had good mentality. They had good, I don't know, good vibes, whatever you want to call it. They were in it to win it from the first game. And I just feel like it's so easy for a team, and you preach it. I guess as a coach, you preach like don't say like, oh, we got this game. Even any level of competition, every time you say that we got this game, you get burned every single time. And I feel like US fell victim to that.
Reference in terms of pressure. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
But man, again, congrats to Canada. Shout out Canada. What a tenacious, gutsy performance from them. How many from Canada play in their futsal leagues? I don't know about the women's. I've seen some stuff. I've seen some men's leagues, and that's only just because of YouTube streams. What was it? Edmonton is the streams that we've been watching.
There's Edmonton. They stream on YouTube. I think the Quebec League streams on Facebook. I don't know if they did this year. I didn't see anything from them. I don't know who these teams are to know if they're actual futsal teams or not. Well, and the other thing too is like we had like these are teams that play indoor and outdoor both. So who knows? Got to change that culture.
Culture, mentality, culture. Mm-hmm.
And that could take the people with this chat's whole lifetime before we get there. I seriously believe that. I don't think that, everybody, since I started following the sport, everybody says, oh, in 5 and 10 years, and 5 to 10 years. And it's like, man, okay, it's been 5 years.
It really has.
It's been 10 years. Like I've been following the sport loosely for 14, 15-ish. And then I've been doing this. Well, before that, then I actually got the bug for it and started researching it back in 2018. And everybody then, in about 5 years, this is going to be huge. About 5 years.
Yeah, they keep saying the 5 years.
It's not going to happen in 5 years. It's going to take a lifetime to get where it needs to be right. Maybe more.
I think we've talked about this so much, Jake, on this channel, especially about everyone. I think the people. How do I say this? I think we've talked about people wanting a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Like everybody rushes in when they say it's going to be the next big thing. And the next big thing, I think, in people's minds is they see dollar signs. And I think it's cart before the horse mentality because there's no pie yet. Like we got to develop that pie. It is a great thing. It is a great game, but it's not one of those things where you can just waltz like we've talked about earlier. You can't just waltz on some outdoor players and put together a league and stamp professional on it. I know your thoughts and feelings about stamping professional on a league, and then just say go. You know what I mean? There's the shield for you, Jake. The almighty shield reveal.
There we go. Finally. Jeez
But I
Louise.
think, like you said, mentality and culture, it needs to change, and it's not just putting a pro stamp on something.
Canada gets the Fair Play Award. In addition to the final. Looks like they're going to hand off Golden Glove next. And she's back. It's the Canadian keeper again to receive that award. Well deserved.
A reasonably sized keeper award this time, as opposed to the NFPLs.
That looks so ridiculous. And then the other ones are teeny
it's
tiny.
Like this big.
It's like that. How do you look at that and think, okay, this will work?
The NFPL goalie of the year award was like a ball.
Big as the trophy.
It was huge. It was comical.
Crazy.
Oh man.
So this is Golden Boot, also to Canada. Top scorer, Esther Brossard. Be great if they showed the number of goals there.
Right.
The graphic. What in the world are they doing? Who cares? Are you serious? It's all Canadian players getting the awards. Just let her go. Oh my gosh.
Leave it all go around.
Who cares? It's not a line at Walmart. Look, she's back. See what the?
Oh,
good work, lady.
man.
Good work. You made a huge difference. Best player award. Hey, Broussard deserves this big time. All jokes aside, this is she was definitely the driving force in them making it to the final. Out of the she got it right that time. Good, there we go. But she absolutely nailed the semifinal. Really strong presence up top. Saved the game for Canada. And let's see, the referees are getting their awards for being a part of the final, which is awesome. We're after a pretty good game.
Make sure you exit the correct way.
Yeah, make sure you go the right way, ladies. That. Awesome. Well deserved. Referees did a nice job in the final here.
The ref right in the middle, is she the one that was the ref in the Southwest?
A couple of times they got her to, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And it was last year, right? Not this year.
Yeah, it's the only time that a game was ever officiated correctly in the Southwest, but she's got a lot of good minutes at high level.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me why we don't see more of that, why they don't ref more games. I know like travel's a big problem out there. She's in California, I think. But I don't know. I don't know anything about the futsal scene in California. There doesn't seem to be anything big enough going on out there to like garner any social media attention.
A lot of clubs, just no organized leagues, I don't think.
Unfortunately, that's the nature of most places. It seems like is there's a lot of quote unquote clubs that exist, whether they're legitimate or not is still kind of TBD. But
a lot of things in the Bay Area. I just I kind of hear things about them. I see them in like tournaments and stuff. But like, what are they doing? Mm-hmm. No clue. I think a lot of people, kind of poo-poo that or say what like have their 2 cents to say about this. So it's like at the end of the day, it's the club's responsibility to get them known and to put them out there and like, build a league, get them known. You're kind of doing
a big problem. That's the big problem in the U.S. is that they're not real club owners. They're players that just want to play and started their own team.
Right. Tourneys and pickup.
See that all over the country.
Well, the thing is it's in Jake, you of all people know this. A lot of people want to play. There's 1,000,001 players, but not a lot of people want to put together, like, actually run a team. Running the
Right.
team is a whole different thing.
Right.
Go
That's why
that
there's
way.
so much turnover of teams. Adult presence in California is scattered, mainly tourneys and pickup. Yeah, it seems like the East Coast is the same way.
Yeah, East Coast too. Yeah,
East Coast, it's just a lot of tournament teams that are they're calling people from all over the country to come in and represent the East Coast, but
New
a lot
York,
of their players
Ecuador.
aren't even from there. They just show up with their friends for a tournament and play under the same crest, which is, and it's got its place, it's fine, but doesn't advance anything.
Oh,
Oh, honor guard here from Panama. That's
shout
nice.
out to Panama.
Hey, top class.
Oh, nice.
'Cause I saw them getting shoot out the other side too, and they said, That's very nice by Panama. Well done.
You almost want them to do the cheer tunnel with the hands over the top.
Oh, couple of bows. That's okay. That's awesome. Well deserved. By Canada. They put together a pretty nice tournament compared to everybody else. They kind of checked all the boxes. Get some real futsaling going on here, and we're gonna have a real good women's division for CONCACAF if we can figure that part out. I heard a lot of noise from Canada when they announced the coach. People were like, "This isn't even a futsal coach." But here we go.
I think Chris was a little skeptical of what this would turn out like. Oh, they did the cheer tunnel. There we go. Good on Panama. Good on Panama.
Ooh, she's shiny.
Big shiny plate.
How long are we gonna take this photo for? Let's go. Lift it up. Yes, this is my favorite part. The build up, and boom. Confetti cannons are lit.
Oh, Jake, FCS next year. FCX next year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to talk to whoever's in charge of the budget on that and get that going. At least get a little one.
It's almost like we know somebody.
We might figure it out. You guys start perusing Facebook Marketplace. I wonder if anything like that's on there. That'd be kind of funny, actually. That'd be really. I think I'd use it all the time, even in my regular life.
I tell you what, though,
Walk through the front door.
Leaf blower.
Yeah, it's home.
Confetti!
Great moment for Canada. First women's team to touch gold. What a great way to start history. That's awesome. Very, very cool.
Good stuff.
Good tournament. Overall, saw a lot of what futsal struggles with. Not just a country by country thing, clearly a regional thing. I'm curious to see how the World Cup looks. Because there's definitely some. I mean, that's a FIFA run event, so it should be super clean. CONCACAF is CONCACAF, so you get what you get from that. But really good stuff for Canada. Great win for them. They etched themselves in the history books, which is great. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to get back to my kids, but did want to watch this along with everybody, especially when I found out that there's a lot of Canadian viewers that didn't have access, so we could at least chat about the game while it was going on at the very, very least. So thank you guys all for being here. I sure do appreciate it. Luke and I both really appreciate you guys being a part of the stream and being a part of the futsal community here on Futsal News. And hopefully we see you guys back for other watch parties as well as other content. A lot has happened in the last week, 2 weeks. So you'll see some more videos coming out from me now that there's some pretty big content out there to cover, including review of the Champions League, review of this, and review of AFCON and the winners there and who's going to the World Cup. AFC right around the corner. So there's lots and lots to talk about in the build up to the Women's World Cup. So stick around. Don't miss out on anything. Make sure you guys join our Discord channel if you're looking for links to other futsal content. And until we see you guys next time, don't forget to play with your soul.